It's really quite humid today. It's been proper south of France warm here in the mountains, and it's a misty morning that usually burns off, but sometimes you get a few spots of rain. But t-shirt, shorts and flip-flops type cycling all the same. Well, it's good to see. I suppose it's better than the original ancient narrow tunnel through the mountain. €115,420 of EU money spent on a riverside pedestrian and cycle path from one village to the local town. The tunnel was the original barrier between one chateau and the next. These were fiefdoms, lords of the manor since the times of the chivalrous knights of old, Templar and Hospitaller. This short little cycle ride is what separates a village so that its departmental head, its prefecture, is an hour away by car, rather than the opposite direction by giant mountain snail, good with aeolian oil. $10 years ago I travelled the tunnel when I just bought. Shortly after, it was sealed over. They were expanding the peloton, they call it. A hydroelectric dam. Now the peloton, there's a peloton wheel, you see, has a cycleway. Gosh, that sum to the nearest €20, that really screams transparency, doesn't it? But how did they separate what they managed to get the HEP company to contribute in terms of labour, resources and materials? How does an ancient public right-of-way become someone else's? I get that the national government decides how they spend their allocation of EU funds. For such projects, there is no safe way of getting to and from the town that you can drive to in about 2 minutes without driving on the motorway, the elevated motorway, the viaduct. That short little stint should have an underslung bit of motorised transport road. Perhaps that's what that other wider pedestrian and cycle way that is along the side of the viaduct is going to become. How many weeks of a ski season will that remain secret? There are a lot of castles of different hierarchies very close together in the Tarentaise Valley. And then there's the monastic and religious institutions, cathedrals and churches all over the place. I'm cycling over the base of a hill, even though it's cut into the side of it, base of a mountain. My bike, I don't know about yours, when you get to a certain pressure, a certain torque that you put on the pedals, the gears, it doesn't want to change gear really. So you get stuck, slow down to a stall, and have to get off and use a paper receipt to stop your fingers getting black and greasy to move the chain manually. I sound so matter-of-fact about it now, don't I? I beeped out now in a moment. JFC. Oh, those letters, the phrase that I use. Kids on motorbikes, they use it as well, mind. Walkers do, dogs on leads, and those arrogant, dressed-up, racing-type cyclists coming round the corner at speed. It's quite a dangerous combination. You won't land in the water and just splash. It's white water because of the big rocks, the big stones under. All peaky and lively. But let's go and check out that new bar that's opened in town and have a few beers. Summer seems to be beer season.
Flies and no, but I take a chance. Je crois encore, I wouldn't play among the stars a little more. Till they get into my eyes a little more. As long as I want it, so I've been more comfortable, cause I take a chance. Je crois encore, I wouldn't play among the stars a little more. Till they get into my eyes a little more. As long as I try and know, time always flies and no.
Nice view from the terrace of the new bar in town. You can see all the way to the kayak park just beyond the cathedral, upriver.
Je crois encore, I wouldn't play among the stars a little more. Till they get into my eyes, won't go.
Summers are getting longer and wine is suffering. Our local mayor, for years before I arrived, has taken over the last of the vineyards. The prairie, the meadows used to have vineyards over much of them, but they've got sort of a blight of some description. The leaves tend to go brown before the berries do too much. They're thick old plants, and a lot of them are getting pulled up. The vestige of what's left is scenic and beautiful. It'd be lovely to keep it. I'd like to hope that they're going to plant some species rather than pull them up like they have chopped down the grand old cherry tree. The Cilicia was taller than any cherry tree that's ever recorded on the internet. Cherry trees in the meadow have their own proprietor. The meadow has a farmer, tree has a plucker. The wives of Napoleon's men would have been plucking that cherry tree that the mayor decided ignominiously to cut down and put up a parking lot. Ooh, la la la. It's really quite humid today. It's been proper south of France warm here in the mountains, and it's a misty morning that usually burns off, but sometimes you get a few spots of rain. But t-shirt, shorts and flip-flops type cycling all the same.